Many of my clients have issues with jealousy, and when they're telling me about what they're jealous about, I realize there's a lot of confusion between jealousy and envy. Envy is when someone has something that you want, that you wish you had. And envy is actually really ignited when you look at social media, because everything is about seeing influencers and other people have what you wish you had. And so you get envious, you get, you have the green-eyed monster. Sometimes you just want it to be reversed. You don't think well of them. You wish that something bad would happen to them. That's more envy. Jealousy is when you feel like you lost something. Someone got something that belonged to you. And when you think about your love as being someone that you possess, like they did in centuries before us, women were property, and basically you were owned by the person that you were with. They basically owned property and you. And many times when that's carried into a relationship where you see more of this possessiveness of the partner or a feeling of ownership, they're mine, you can't have them, there's going to be more issues of jealousy. But to be jealous is actually human nature, and you'll see it in when you do tests on newborn babies. I mean, jealousy is alive and well. We are wired to feel it. It doesn't mean how we react to jealousy is wired in. And I think that's where most of the problems with jealousy happens. Most of the violence is because the reaction was way out of line. And that's mostly what came from their child's now grown-up's home, what they got to watch. So you may ask yourself, I feel jealous, and I don't see other people feel it. So why do I have it so bad? For the most part, jealousy comes with insecurity. There's an insecurity born within us. And although there might be a friction or something happening in our relationship, the root cause of it is we're feeling jealous about something. We're feeling insecure about something. Secondly, maybe when you were growing up, you saw your parents fighting, and one of them replaced your other parent with another partner. And this could lead to mistrust with other people, jealousy if you see somebody else coming around, because at that time there was a window of security and you didn't get it, or yours was flawed, failed by the people who loved you most, your parents. And so you never really completed that window, or you never were able to resolve that and close that door. So you carry that unresolved pain and basically grief and insecurity with you into every relationship you go. And that's why you feel this incredible sense of insecurity with your partner. Thirdly, you may want to ask yourself what your jealousy is telling you. Sometimes jealousy tells us that something's happening behind the scenes and we don't know what it is. Maybe our partner's a big flirt. Maybe they're actually talking to other people online who they're interested in, and they're telling us something different than what their actions are putting out. So yes, sometimes jealousy is a good thing, and it's a warning, and it keeps us grounded. You can trust it. It's an instinct within ourselves. So the first thing you need to understand is all jealousy is not bad. Once again, it goes back to that reaction. What are you doing with it? And I think instead of fighting with your partner about being jealous over someone that they find interesting, or over someone that you're threatened by, it's important that you learn to step out of that reaction, that feeling, and do something else. Maybe instead of bringing up a big argument and fight with your partner, you're going to say something like, I'm going to get together with my friends tonight, and then I'd like to talk to you later. And at that time, you could say, I'm feeling insecure. Can we implement more date nights? Or can I Is there something you can think of, or the two of us can brainstorm, so when I have this feeling, I won't automatically start an argument just because I have all this anxiety and angst and I'm feeling unloved or I'm feeling insecure. I think if you can start this now, understanding your jealousy, that's going to really help you. So the other thing I want you to entertain is, are you giving your jealousy too much space? I mean, the more you can confine the jealousy and get to the root of it, like, where is this coming from? Why am I feeling this? And what does it relate to? The better it's going to be. And then when you feel it, if you can actually learn to calm down, to breathe through it, this is going to help you manage any relationship you have, so that jealousy won't be a reason that tears your relationship apart, because indeed it does. Many of the clients I see, their number one problem is jealousy and suspiciousness of their partner. And sometimes it's founded on something, there aren't clear boundaries or something. Oftentimes, though, it comes from another place, a past relationship, a past betrayed parental type relationship, or something they can't quite discover on their own. And that's why I think therapy is so beneficial for this area. And lastly, I'm going to talk about what you should try and do if you are with your partner and you're having a lot of this. Because remember, many relationships, when they get together, they click great, and it's two people who really could make it work, but jealousy gets in the way. So let me walk you through this, okay, so that you can understand it. So if this is happening to you, I think up front, tell your partner, I'm just very concerned about some things, and one of my soft issues is jealousy. I'm very prone to it. And then tell your partner the reason why you feel that way. And then, whether it's a past experience or something else, let them know. And at this point, it's very important that the partner listens and is sensitive and goes out of their way to protect that area. In other words, if they know you had that your ex, cheated on you or something, a loving partner this time should say to you, what can I do that's going to help you not feel jealous or worried when I'm out? And when they say something like, I'm just wondering, can we get off of social media? Or can we go, can we limit it? Can we shut our phones off at a certain time at night? Can we not take our phones to dinner? Can we try practicing putting, like letting each other see our messages? You may say, the partner may say, well, this is all too much. Like, I can't do this stuff for this relationship. But that's how you would know their level of investment too. I think making crazy boundaries, very strict boundaries, is not what you should do. I think oftentimes that takes away the spark of the relationship before it gets started. But I do think once the relationship is solid and it's monogamous and the two of you are together, and you know about your partner's, mistrust or their pain from a past relationship, whether that was in childhood or with another person, it's important you honor that past pain and that you deal with it as a couple. When a couple attacks something together, when they're able to clearly identify the problem so they don't blame each other, then they're able to start making changes. I think at that point, if you've made changes and you actually are, shutting your phone off at a particular time at night, having a safe place where you can both talk, having your partner read your direct messages or what you're putting out, including your partner in your posts on social media, letting your partner meet your friends. I think things like that are really advantageous for helping cool the jealousy, the suspiciousness, and help the relationship ground deeper in this emotional intimacy of trust, so no one feels insecure. And lastly, if your partner is still suspicious after these things, then I think it's time for counseling. And I don't necessarily mean couples counseling. I think the person who has an issue with jealousy and mistrust is the identified person, and they should talk to a therapist about what they can do to heal that past wound, and not only that, but practice trusting ways. What's important is that when you get to that point, that whoever you're in partnership with does not betray your trust. So anything that would happen that they would be concerned might trigger that mistrust, they would be honest and forthright about sharing with you. I hope this video helps you, and if it does, please subscribe. And for all of you who are already subscribers, I want to thank you.